Did you know you might literally have money owed to you right this very second? I'm talking about a massive, statewide pool of hidden treasure. Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unraveling the fascinating mystery of Oregon's unclaimed property. We're going to walk you through exactly how to find out if you're one of the thousands of people who have money just waiting for them. And more importantly, we're going to show you how to claim what is rightfully yours, fast and efficiently. Whether it's forgotten bank accounts, unclaimed tax refunds, or mysterious inheritances, unclaimed property in Oregon is just a few clicks away. I absolutely love this because it's so true. This isn't some super rare occurrence that only happens to eccentric billionaires. No way. This happens to everyday people, every single day. People move, they change jobs, they forget about an old apartment security deposit, and that money just sits there. But the state of Oregon actually wants to give it back to you. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about. The Oregon State Treasury staff doesn't just sit in a dusty office waiting for you to call them. They're out in the community, actively doing outreach at events, trying their hardest to return these funds to their rightful owners. The state's Unclaimed Property Program was actually created way back in 1957, specifically to protect consumers by holding these funds in a highly secure central registry until they can finally be reunited with you. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. Number 1, introduction to unclaimed property. 2, preparation steps. 3, searching the state website. 4, filing your property claim. 5, tips for a smooth process. And 6, real impact and success. Let's get right into it. Section 1, introduction to unclaimed property. So what actually makes property unclaimed in the first place? Well, basically, under Oregon law, financial assets are considered abandoned when the rightful owner fails to maintain contact with the business holding the funds for a specific period of time. This is known as a dormancy period, and it generally spans 2 to 3 years depending on the exact type of asset. Once that clock runs out, the business is legally mandated to hand those funds over to the Oregon State Treasury for safekeeping. To put that into perspective, $99 million. That is the astonishing amount of money the Treasury returned to Oregonians in a single recent year, distributed across more than 91,000 approved claims. We aren't just talking about spare change here. For many families, this is quite literally life-changing money, simply waiting to be claimed. Now, you might be wondering what actually makes up that $99 million. It's mostly just everyday financial assets. Think uncashed payroll checks, forgotten security deposits from that apartment you rented 5 years ago, unpaid wages, customer credits, and even tax refunds. These are incredibly common things that just slip through the cracks of a busy life. Section 2, preparation steps. Okay, let's dive into this and get you totally set up to make your claim. Before you even touch your keyboard to start searching, you need to be prepared. The state holds this money very securely, so you have to absolutely prove you are who you say you are. Here's exactly what you need to gather. First up, a valid photo ID, like a driver's license or a passport. Second, proof of ownership. This ties you directly to the asset. Think bank statements, old stock certificates, or a copy of a check. Now, if you're claiming on behalf of a deceased relative, you'll need legal documentation, like a will or a court order. And finally, address verification. Since the property is often tied to an old previous address, you might need a past utility bill or a lease agreement to prove you actually lived there during that specific time. I know it sounds like a lot, but these strict verification standards are a really good thing. They prevent fraud and ensure your money stays safe until you claim it. Section 3, searching the state website. All right, you've got your evidence ready, so it is time for the fun part. The Oregon State Treasury built a highly secure digital portal to make this totally painless. First, just navigate to unclaimed.oregon.gov. Step 1, simply enter your last name or the name of your business. If your last name is super common, Step 2 allows you to refine that search by adding your first name, your city, or maybe an old zip code. Once you hit search, you'll see a list of potential matches. Step 3, if you spot something that looks like it belongs to you, you just add the property to your list and click the Claim button. Honestly, it's essentially like adding items to a digital shopping cart, except this cart actually gives you money. But hold on, what happens if you know for a fact a business reported your property to the state, but it just isn't showing up in the search results? Don't panic. The system has a workaround for this. You can easily download and submit a pending claim form as a PDF directly from the site. You just fill it out, attach your proof, and upload it securely. And hey, if you can't print it out, you can even just call or email the Treasury, and they'll happily mail you a physical copy. Section 4, filing your property claim. Okay, so you've found the money, you've clicked claim, now it's time to officially file. The portal makes it incredibly easy to file electronically. You just fill out your personal info and upload those documents we gathered earlier right there on the website. However, there is a crucial distinction you need to be aware of here. While most claims can be handled 100% online, if your claim is over $2,500, Oregon law actually requires your signature on the application form to be notarized. So in that specific case, or if you just prefer doing things on paper, you can simply mail the physical claim form and your notarized documents directly to the Oregon State Treasury in Salem. And for those of you out there dealing with a mysterious inheritance or a deceased relative's estate, please keep this crucial timeline in mind. Oregon provisions allow you to claim these assets up to 10 years from the date of the deceased's death. Just ensure you have all the proper legal documentation, like a death certificate and a will, to formally establish your rightful succession. Section 5. Tips for a smooth process. Getting your money back is obviously great, but getting it without administrative headaches? That's even better. Let's look at some actionable insider tips. First, once you initiate a claim, state law dictates you have a 120-day window to complete it and submit all your required evidence. So whatever you do, don't drag your feet. Second, manage your expectations regarding the timeline. The Treasury processes claims in the exact order they receive them, and because they're strictly verifying everything to prevent fraud, processing can take up to 10 months depending on their current workload. So just set it and forget it. Finally, if you've lived in other states over the years, your search absolutely shouldn't stop at Oregon's borders. Go check the national database at missingmoney.com to see if you have hidden funds waiting elsewhere. Section 6. Real impact and success. Now, what's really interesting about this whole operation is that the Treasury isn't just some giant, faceless digital vault. There are real people working incredibly hard to piece these puzzles together. Senior Estate Representative Greg Goler sums it up perfectly. Every situation is different. You're piecing together someone's life from documents, tracking down relatives, securing property. The Estates Administration program staff are basically historical detectives. When someone passes away without a will or known heirs, these dedicated reps step in to safeguard those personal estates, tracking down rightful inheritors, dealing with complex legal instruments, and sometimes, believe it or not, even managing left-behind livestock. And the state is getting incredibly proactive about all of this. $14.6 million. Through a brand new initiative called Checks Without Claims, the Treasury analyzed their data and automatically returned this massive amount of money to over 27,000 people. If the asset was owned by a single individual, didn't involve complex securities, was valued between $50,000 and $10,000, and matched their current records, they literally just cut the check and sent it. No claim filing required whatsoever. Talk about a good day at the mailbox. Real quick before we wrap up, we do need to provide a standard disclaimer. The information presented in this explainer is for educational purposes only. Laws and procedures can and do change, so you should absolutely always verify current requirements on official state websites like unclaimed.oregon.gov or consult a legal or financial professional if you have complex estate questions. So that brings us to the ultimate question. Have you checked unclaimed.oregon.gov for your name yet? Seriously, what are you waiting for? The entire process is completely free. It takes less than 2 minutes to run a search, and you could literally have hundreds or even thousands of dollars just waiting for you to claim it. Take a quick moment right now, run your name through the database, and please share this explainer with your friends and family so they can check too. You might just make someone's entire year. Thanks so much for joining me, and happy hunting.